Right, a bit of a quick video today. I did say in my last video that I was going to Germany and I was going to take a camera with me. I took my GX1 and I took the kit lens, which something about it I just couldn't quite get on with. It's not, yeah, I just couldn't quite get on with it. And I think it's because I'm so used to shooting with a fixed lens or a prime. So the pure access to being able to zoom in and out almost fried my brain a little bit. I kind of prefer just to have a fixed lens and then I know what I'm looking at. It was really, really bizarre. I was taking photos and then I was like zooming in and zooming out, and yeah, I couldn't quite get on with it. So I took a few pictures. I didn't really get anything that I was super happy with. I got a few that I've shared on social media, on Instagram, LinkedIn. I've never shared them on LinkedIn. Why would I share them on LinkedIn? Nope. Can't think of a reason why I would have shared them on LinkedIn. Just pulling the blind down because the sun's quite bright there. Either that or I put sunglasses on. And I've done this before and I've had a whole world of hatred and stuff thrown at me, but whatever. No, do you know what? I will. I'm going to put my sunglasses on today because the sun is shining and it's quite bright out there. I have to try and figure out how to deal with this throughout the summer. I don't want to be pulling this blind all the way down because it will cut out a fair bit of the light. Actually, that ain't too bad. Maybe I could just mount the camera inside the window right by there. But yeah, I'm going to hold it for today then. And maybe I'll try and figure out a way of doing this on these days where it's a little brighter. That light, you can see how bright it is coming through this sort of white blind. It spreads quite nicely in here. So what was I saying? Yes, I took my camera to Germany. I didn't take as many photos as I thought. I struggled a bit because I had the kit lens with me, because I thought I'll take that for, you know, versatility and just taking one lens. But I just can't quite get on with it. I prefer to have a fixed lens and a fixed focal length so that I'm, you know, what I see is what I see, and if I want something different, I have to move rather than zooming in and out, which bizarrely is just something my brain doesn't really cope with anymore because I've just shot with prime lenses mostly. So I'm saying prime lenses, that makes me sound like a pro, but yeah, anyway, I did get a couple of photos that I was quite pleased with that I shared on Instagram and in a little photographic community that I'm in. And where have they gone? Here we go. So I was trying to find some. It was quite early in the morning. The only day that I had the chance was quite early in the morning, which should have been really ripe for street photography, capturing people, you know, on their way to work or whatever. But I just wasn't feeling it. I really just wasn't feeling it. And I took a bunch of photos. I got 4 that I'm sort of reasonably happy with that I've put on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm just going to show you them now, really. So there were a few people darting around on you know, electric bikes and scooters and everything in the morning, so I was trying to capture some motion and things like that, and this hasn't quite worked out, but it was quite interesting. I thought, you know, with just this this guy in the window with a bike's whizzing past, I just thought it was quite an interesting shot. I could probably do with straightening it up a little bit. That edge is a little bit crooked, but yeah, I quite like that one. This was just a snap as some guy rode past me. I thought it's quite interesting because there's a bit of mystery to it now. You know, where's he going? What's that? Is that a market stall behind? Whatever. I don't know. I quite liked it, and just seemed like quite a nice shot. I can imagine this as part of a set of photos. Similarly, this is probably the best photo that I took that day, really. You know, you've got this old guy in focus in the background, walking steadily to wherever he's off to, and then this sort of blurred person in the foreground on a little e-bike, and you can just see down that alleyway as well, giving you some depth to the picture. So yeah, I quite like that one. Really pleased with that. And this one, I found some railings just by like a tree here on the high street, and I was trying to get a frame that I was happy with. I don't know quite what I was aiming for, and what it's saying. I was thinking of some clever thing like, you know, is this showing people that they're slaves to the, you know, to the grind or whatever, you know, they're behind bars going to work or something. I don't know. I'm not that clever, and thoughtful to figure it out. I just thought I'd shoot through the bars and then try to think about something afterwards. So yeah, those were the 4 that I got. There were a few other pictures I got while I was there, but nothing I thought that were particularly good. And again, I think I got a bit frustrated with the kit lens. So yeah. Anyway, that's the photos I took in Germany. Next time I will try to do a bit more, and maybe try and do a vlog. Vlogging would be great. I have dug out my old Insta360 Go 3, and I'm going to try and do some stuff with that pretty soon. In fact, this week I might try and get a little walkie sort of video around my local area and see how we get on. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, thanks for tuning in to another one. Hope you like these couple of photos, and you know, feedback is always welcome. You know, I'm learning here. This is I'm not a pro. I'm not a photographer. I just like taking photos. So any feedback, good or bad, on any of these images, I totally welcome them. I'll make sure that these are linked to Instagram if you want to follow me on there as well, and comment on there as well as on this video. But yeah, whatever. I'm just waffling, but that's what I'm good at. See you later.